I can't believe that's me 55 years ago. Hi, I'm Al Ransom, and I've been given the pleasure to talk to you, the parents of potential cadets here at St. John's. But let's get more comfortable and sit down in the reception area. When I was a young boy, at the age of 13, it was a troublesome time in my life. I was from a broken home. My mother was doing the best she could in raising me and having to work, but I didn't have the supervision that I needed to have, and I wasn't always running with the right crowds nor being where I should be at the proper times. My mother decided that I needed something that was more discipline in my life to help me along. So we started looking at various private schools, and we found St. John's Military School, Salina, Kansas. I'll never forget it. Here I was in the 8th grade, about to start the 8th grade. It was that summer before my 8th grade year. And I was just a little tot. I wasn't even 5 foot tall. Barely look over the top of the desk. And I'm in to see one of my first faculty members of St. John's, to talk to him, Lieutenant Duckers. And in that discussion, I knew I did not want to be at St. John's. It was not for me. But at the same time, through my mother's assistance, I knew I didn't have any choice. So I came to St. John's in the 8th grade, fearful as could be, all the discipline and the regimentation that they started throwing at me right away. I'm not sure it was meant for me. But I stuck out that first year, and I found a home away from home. I found friends that I never knew that I would have for life. I discovered my parent away from home, the father figure, the mother figure, and those people are the ones that kept bringing me back to St. John's. If it was not for them, I think I would have failed at St. John's. But St. John's has the people to look after what your son needs, what I needed. And so I stayed on. I had a very successful 8th grade year and grew into the highest rank I could attain. And then I went over as a freshman. In those days, you went back to private again to start over in the upper school. And I had a very good session as a St. John's cadet. I was in all sports. I lettered in all sports, and the sports people were just figureheads for me. They were like a father, or a big brother. I could be either one. I remember Coach Elmberg, or of course Lefty Loy for baseball, Coach Elmberg for football. Those people had a sincere interest in me, and I owe a lot what I've achieved from them. We also had a commandant then. His name was Major Guernsey. Now, Major Guernsey was a very, very stern individual. He was a short individual, wasn't tall in stature, former Army man, wounded in World War II. But boy, he put the fear of God in me. I would rather do anything than go in front of him at his desk. Yet as the years went by, he also was more of a father figure than a disciplinarian. When I finally became a senior at St. John's, I probably achieved more than most, and I was very, very fortunate. I was a battalion commander. I lettered in all the sports. I was in the National Honor Society. There wasn't much that I wasn't involved with the school. And at that stage in my life, Major Guernsey really became my mentor more than the rough commandant that I was afraid of, because I worked very closely with him and learned all the leadership principles that I needed to help me through life. So at any rate, I graduated from St. John's, and it helped me through life. And by that I mean, if I had not gone to St. John's, if I and my mother hadn't taken that risk that she would turn loose the reins to someone else and let them have the authority and responsibility to look after me, I would never have achieved what I've achieved in my life. Now, I sit here before you as a retired colonel in the Marine Corps. A lot of decorations, very successful story. My war was the Vietnam War. I was very fortunate that I come back in one piece, and I was over there many, many times, and I stayed on till I finally retired in 1988. And then my wife and I, we went into our own business, and it's been very successful in California. But I go back, which is so meaningful for me, and while I'm sitting here before you today, I go back to why, what opened the doors, what allowed me to get to where I got. The story is the same every time. St. John's Military School, Salina, Kansas. And it's not just the school grounds, it's not the school grounds at all, it's the people. The people, and those people that I named to you, they're not here now. They've all passed away. But those that are here aren't any different. I come back here and I look and I see what's going on, and I'm totally amazed at the quality of instruction, academically, spiritually, at the true caring, regardless of what level it's at. I assure you, if you elect to allow your son to be handed off to someone else, it could not be at a better place, because they will be in good hands. And you will get someone back that you'll wonder, this is not who I sent away. But what you get back, you're going to be very, very proud of. And I hope you give St. John's a chance to help your son as they helped me in my life. Thank you.